Hi everybody, this is Barry Chan here. Welcome to today's Digital Econ Cliff Note Live training, where what I'll be doing is that I'll be compressing my 2 days Digital Econ workshop into approximately about 2 hours. Now, before we get started and while we're waiting for the rest of our friends to join right now, let me know in the chat box there your name and where you are from. And the reason is because we are having attendees from different part of the world. We have those from United States, which is of course that will be morning to you right now, right? And a wonderful good morning to you. And of course, if you are on the Asia time zone, it should be evening, night time right now. So again, welcome to today's training. Sure. Okay, so I'm going to do some quick housekeeping while we wait for the rest who came in, right? So I write down some basic housekeeping that I'll share with you. The first part is that this training, this Cliff Note training is going to last for at least 2 hours. So it could be more than 2 hours, somewhere around there, but I'm looking at about 2 hours because when I go through the slides and the content that I shared in the workshop, and I realize, hey, there's so much to share. And if I do my best to compress everything, I'm looking at about 2 hours, somewhere around that. So if you're attending right now, what's important is that you find somewhere where you have privacy, where no one will distract you when you're attending this training. So you want to attend it just like you're attending a live offline class. So no one's going to distract you and so on. That's the basic housekeeping. That's the first housekeeping that I want to share with you. The second part of the housekeeping is that this is called the Digital Econ Cliff Note live, and I'm very excited about this training because there's so much content, ideas and so on that I want to share with you. But keep in mind that this is a condensed where we are taking 2 days of training and put it together so that you can get the blueprint, so that you can get the golden nugget, so to speak. Therefore, we will not be going through a traditional method where we will not go in depth on every single points of it, but I'm going to touch base step by step for you. And because of that, keep in mind that we'll go relatively fast, not super fast, but relatively fast. So to proceed from here, here's what I will be doing. I would be putting up slides so that it's like you're attending a live class. And these are the slides that are taken from my workshop, my 2 days live workshop. And it will be better for you to learn through that way rather than spending 2 hours just seeing my face in that sense, right? So welcome to the Digital Ecom workshop. This is the slides that I use for my workshop, and this is called the Cliff Note Live. We are going to go through the first part is the concept of digital product business, because I do not know whether you are a beginner or an experienced marketer, so I want to cover all angles. So let's do this. So we are in the knowledge-based business. And because of that, I want you to be aware that the most valuable commodity to wealth is none other than knowledge. Now, what do I mean by that? Because if you have the right knowledge, you can be wealthy. Now, I know it sounds very straightforward, very simple. What do I truly means by saying that? Wait, let me just put up the video so that you can also see me when I'm putting out the slides, right? So what do I mean by knowledge will be the key for you to become wealthy? So let's take this example. Let's talk about a Bitcoin, for instance. Let's talk about cryptocurrency, because that seems to be like a trending topic. Now, there are some people who were lucky because they took the quote-unquote risk and bought Bitcoins, and Bitcoin's price increased and they made a fortune from that. I mean, I'm sure that you have heard of that story before. But at the same time, there are those who strike gold mine, strike riches, not because they have purchased Bitcoin when the time was low. They have the knowledge of how to trade cryptocurrency, and they have the knowledge on how to build the mines, the Bitcoin mines, and that's how they should make money. If you think again, for those who have that skill, they became wealthy because they have the knowledge. So if you think again, if you want to be wealthy, right, you train yourself with the right knowledge. So just imagine this, right? If knowledge is the key to wealth, now don't you think that it's a very good business that you are in? And we're not just referring to knowledge alone. Your health, your happiness, and almost everything depends on it as well. People may say that, hey, I'm healthy because I eat good food, right? But hey, how do you know which one is good food? How would you know what kind of nutrition that you need? Don't you think that it is because of the knowledge that you have, and that's why you are healthy today? Same goes with happiness. If you have the right knowledge on how to achieve happiness, you are happy. If not, otherwise, no matter how rich you are, you would still not be happy in that sense. So if you see this, if you understand that almost everything relates back to knowledge. That's why being in the knowledge-based business, it is not just financially rewarding, but it's very emotionally rewarding because you can help people, which leads to the next point. You are in the business of helping others to achieve, right, their goals. And in that sense, when we talk about achieving their goals, it's also a meaning of solving their problem. So let me just read it out for you in the slides. You are in the business of helping others to solve their problems with your passion, interest, skill, expertise, talent, knowledge, experience, or it could be someone else, which is not yours. You could be building a digital e-commerce business by using other people's interests, other people's knowledge, experience, and so on. And this is through digital products. We call it for short info products. Now, to continue from here, in the process of adding 10x value to others through info products, you make money with digital e-commerce. So that's what digital e-commerce is. This is what I shared during the workshop. I call this my digital model. Like, how is the business model? How do you sell online? So it's very straightforward. You have a web page, we have a website, and on this website, the offer is presented, which means when someone visit your web page, your website, they will see your offer. Now, I use the word your offer instead of your product simply because in the world of digital e-commerce, it doesn't mean that it has to be your own product. Let me say this again. In the world of digital e-commerce, it doesn't mean that you have to sell your own product to generate income. You should be selling other people's product, as in through partnership, or it should be as simple as promoting an affiliate program, right? So this is why we call it an offer rather than a product in this context. So when you have website visitors visiting your website, they will make a decision. They will make a decision to buy or not to buy. And if they decided to buy, then there will be fulfillment. And because it's a digital product, it will be digitally fulfilled with automation. Now, this is my digital model. If you see this simple model here, you will also realize that it's automated. I will call this semi-automation. I call it semi-automation because when it comes to selling and fulfillment, I am not involved. My involvement will be on the setup and on the marketing aspect. So I'm going to do some quick polls here so that I know where you are at this moment of time. So go ahead and let me know in the poll right now, right? Have you started a digital e-commerce business yet? Whether it's no, whether if it's yes, are you generating less than $1,000 per month? Yes, you're generating between $1,000 to $5,000 a month, or yes, you're generating more than $5,000 per month. So I'm structuring this just like I'm doing a live class so that I can understand the audience right now. So go ahead and respond to the poll there. I will wait a while so that we have all the polls coming in. Okay, great. So I was just going to leave the poll there. If you haven't do that, you can do that later on. I'll just leave the poll there and continue with what I want to share with you. Now, this is on day one's content, right? So once you understand the model, what are the 5 steps to launching your digital e-commerce business? These are the 5 key steps. The first one is that you have to decide your niche market. Basically, who are you serving? Your niche market. Next, you're going to have your information product, your digital product, where if you're not producing your own one, that's okay, because you could be packaging others to be fulfilled here. Next, you got to build your web page to sell the product. Again, if it's not your own product, it is to build a web page to promote an affiliate program or promote someone else's product where you build a partnership with them. Now, what's important is that you understand how to build the business, how to launch the business. You understand marketing and not on product creation. This training here in digital e-commerce, the workshop, I do not focus on product creation. I focus on building a business with the knowledge-based model, in the sense that we are in the knowledge-based business, we are in the knowledge-based industry. So you can be very creative to generate income, and it doesn't have to be your own product creation. Next, we will focus on how to promote your product with free traffic and also paid traffic. I'll share with you what I shared during the workshop, including some additional tips, some basic hacks that you can use, and of course, expanding your digital e-commerce business. All right. So let me just go ahead and see the poll. All right. So I will go ahead and end the poll right now. So I just want to check again. Can you see my screen right now, everybody? Because I got a feedback from Trevor that it seems like he cannot see the screen. I just want to make sure that it is an issue for everyone, or it's just an issue for Trevor. Can you see my screen? So the step 1, right, is deciding on your niche market. Now, again, let me emphasize this. This is called the Cliff Note video, right? This is the Cliff Note, where if you understand the concept of Cliff Note, is that when you attend a workshop, you attend a seminar, you attend an event, you take a workbook and then you write down all the notes, the Cliff Notes, right? So this is why when I go through this training with you, I will pick on the key points, the key highlights. So going through this is like going through an acceleration of what I do in a 2 days workshop. I just want you to be aware of that, so that you are ready mentally, right? This is why I go straight to a point, and so I just want you to get the key points, the cliff note, so to speak. All right, guys and gals, of course. So let me just go ahead and share this with you about deciding on your niche market. Now, there are many ways for you to decide on your niche market. And for those who are attending the training here, some of you may not have the niche topic. So I'm going to give you the 5 preferred topics that you can build in the knowledge-based business. So but if you do want to use this, if you have something that you want to use on your own, you can. And let me just give you some ideas how to decide for your own topic. So first, if you have an expertise in a particular niche market, right, then you can choose that. So for instance, let's say you know about parenting. Let's say you know about that. Let's say you know about certain education and so on. Now you can choose that to be your topics. But be careful of choosing the concept called passion to profit. I'm not referring to any specific brand. I'm just saying the name because there has been like a common cliche that you hear, passion to profit. So I don't see much of how you turn your passion to profit, because sometimes certain passions are not monetizable, right? So I would more focus towards expertise to profit rather than passion to profit. I hope you sort of get what I mean in that sense, okay? Or the other thing is that you know someone who have certain expertise and you can partner with that person. If not, here are the 5 preferred topics that I can help you with. So the first one is related to money. So money is always so-called favorite topics that sells well in the knowledge-based business. But to be more precise, here are the subtopics of money that you can tap on: real estate, trading, online business, cryptocurrency, small business, etc. So if you go for small business, like you teach the topic of marketing, have something that is unique, have a unique angle towards that. Don't just talk about like don't just think about serving the small business with, say, another business training about customer service and so on. Now that will not fly well because so many people are using that. You gotta have your own unique brand, and we'll touch base on that later on. And you can do a print screen towards all of this later on if you want to, so that you can keep this for your own reference. All right. The next one is about wellness. Wellness is a trillion industry of its own, but here are the subtopics that you can get into: youth slash anti-aging, detox slash cleansing, beauty, fitness, and so on. Now, there's a reason why we choose these topics: youth, anti-aging, detox slash cleansing, beauty, fitness, etc. for wellness. And the reason is because we are in the knowledge-based business. Imagine this, right? What if someone know this knowledge, they get this knowledge from you and they apply and they take action. Now, if you look carefully, you will realize that all of this subtopic of wellness are something that you can see a before and after results, right? Which means that now they don't look young, and they apply this knowledge, now they look young. They have problem with their skin and so on, and they do the detox and cleansing, and they see the skin improve. And of course, beauty, they look more beautiful. Fitness, they become slimmer, they build their muscles and so on. So having a before and after results, it's very important in a knowledge-based industry, because you want them to see results. When they see results, they become customer for life in that sense. So let's continue from here on the other topics that you can go for. Education. So when we talk about education, I'm referring more towards children's education, where parents can use to improve certain part of knowledge for the children. So here are some of it that you can tap on. Education, where you focus on the knowledge of being creativity for children, parenting, how to improve parenting, of course, and music for children. I hope that you got some of this, and you see that, hey, you know what? And it's actually not that hard, because I can just pick one of these and I can fly with it, right? Next, self-help. Self-help is a huge industry by its own, but I'm going to give you some of the subtopics that we have researched that you can use in the knowledge-based industry. And this includes selling skill, how to improve the selling skill, how to do speed reading, how to read faster in that sense, so that they can become smarter, they can be more knowledgeable, improve memory, persuasion, how to persuade someone to do something, mind hacks. Mind hacks will be like how to become more efficient, how to become more effective, how to become a better decision maker, and so on. Mind hacks. How can you hack the mind to give you better results, right? Or, to even increase IQ or and so forth. Then we have minimalism. Minimalism seems to be a topic that has been picked up for years right now, and the trend is still there, where the focus is how to live a life which is less cluttered. All right, so you got all this. Let's continue from here. The next one, the last one, is called unique skills or knowledge. That, there are people in this world that will pay for that. They want to acquire these skills. They want to improve their skills to be more knowledgeable in this space. Drawing, how to draw better. I have a client who teach people about portrait drawing. With all, just mention of all topics, portrait drawing, like how to draw a face. Okay, public speaking, huge topic. People always want to know how to improve their speaking. Calligraphy, another untapped niche market, face reading, and this could be related to feng shui, metaphysics, and so on, and all kinds of hobbies. There are all kinds of hobbies that people will be willing to pay for. For instance, fishing. How to become a pro when it comes to fishing. How to even become a better golfer. Where golf is a type of hobby, although it's a sport. So I'll just keep this here for a while for you to copy down all of these topics so that you can choose one of these later on. All right, so I saw some comments like major problem choosing and sticking with a niche. So the trick here that I'm giving to you, the so-called hack is that forget everything else and just choose one of the 5 preferred topics, choose one of the subtopic that you want to go with, that you feel suitable with. The trick is it's all about getting started, do something, and improve along the way. Because chances are you're going to do mistake anyway, right? That you're not going to get it right. And it doesn't matter. It's all about getting started and improve along the way. And like for instance, Don, you are in my coaching program, and I'm going to coach you for months onwards from now. So even though if you did not get it right, it's okay because we'll brainstorm for ideas and help you tweak along the way. So Don, go ahead and choose one that you feel it's okay for you. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick poll right now, and I want to know your feedback here. Do you have a brief idea of your market now? A brief idea, like something that, hey, this is what I want to do. Just go ahead and respond on the poll. Great. So great to know that we have many yeses. In fact, we have 100% yes. Now, like I said, it's okay if you don't get it right, right? What's important is that you choose something and you can visualize it and go with it. So these are the ones that can be profitable for you if you look at a business perspective. Even though if you don't have any preference, you don't like it and so on, but think of it from a business perspective. Like let's say you want to get into detox/cleansing, but you don't have a detox, you don't have a cleansing problem and so on. It doesn't matter. It's about you choosing a topic that you can go with. All right, so we're going to continue from here. Once you choose your topic, the next key question that you want to ask yourself is, who do you want to serve? Now, this is very powerful, and this is what I train, I teach during the class. So I want to go ahead and remove the slides for a while and go live with this video so that I can train you in a different manner. So the rookies, or should I say the most beginners who follow all of these marketers on the internet, marketers will tell them to use all kinds of tools, all kinds of keyword tools to do a market research to know whether the market is profitable or not. Now, here's my opinion is that the very fact is that almost any niche market that you choose is profitable by default, right? You do not need to use keywords tools to do research unless the purpose is to drive traffic from that specific tactical approach. So for instance, if you want to get traffic from, say, Google AdWords, right? Then of course you use Google AdWords tool to do keyword research. But if you are doing a research of a profitability of a market, you don't use that because, like I said, almost any niche market can be profitable unless you're choosing a very obscure topic, like for instance, like how to train a frog to jump higher, right? I mean, how many people have frog pets and who have frog pets and thinking how to train their frogs to jump higher, right? It's very obscure, it's a very narrow niche, so that may not work out at all. But if not, most niche markets are profitable because you have to understand that when you use a keyword research tool, you are not including all the traffic, all of the marketing methods that it is not visible to the eye, so to speak, right? So that's what I want you to understand at a strategic level. And I spent a lot of time teaching about this in my live class so that my audience, my students, my clients can build a business at the strategic approach rather than thinking tactical, right? So don't think tactical, think strategic if you want to build a long-term business, if you want to build your brand and so forth. So let me continue back to the slides. So when it comes to choosing a niche market, you need to know who you want to serve. These are the people who you want them to be your customers. You want. I'm not saying that where to find them, but these are the people who you want. So for me, to give you an example, I want to serve smart marketers and entrepreneurs. Those are the people who I work with. Or what do I mean as smart marketers? Smart marketers are people who learn stuff, take action, get results. It's that simple, right? And I work with entrepreneurs. I don't like to work with opportunities like they use a very tactical approach trying to so-called make money online. I don't like to work with those group. I prefer to work with entrepreneurs, people who focus on building business and generate long-term income. So for instance, this is one of my clients. His name is Daniel Tan of marketersmedia.com. The competitor will be prweb.com today. And this is what Daniel shared. I attended Patrick's workshop back in 2006. Since then, life changed. I am now able to run my own company, hire people, create jobs, touch and change people's life, and directly influence more than 50,000 people with our product and services. Patrick's trainings and leadership is practical and result driven. Now, the reason why I transcript this is because it's going to consume time for me to play the video, but this is what he said in a live video that he recorded for me. So this is the type of client category that I love working with. You know, they build a real business in the sense that their products are for long term. Their products add value to people's life. They add value to their clients. They don't try to sell stuff. You know, the typical marketers who like to sell stuff and so on. Those are not my type of clients. So which means it goes to the next point, who you do not want to serve. So when you know who you want to serve, it makes you very excited. It makes you look forward to build the business. And the purpose or should I say the purpose why you have who you do not want to serve is so that you are able to build a business where you are proud of, like you are happy that you are not you're not struggling in that sense, because while making money, generating income is important, valuable, but what's more important is that you are happy with your business. So these are the type of category of clients that I do not want to serve. I do not want to serve freebie seekers, lazy people, and also selfish people. Like for instance, you are attending this training, you paid a fee to be on this training, right? So when it comes to my workshop, like offline workshop, I do not do free workshops or free seminars. I don't speak for free in that sense with seminars, because I know that freebie seekers have a different mentality. They're just very different compared to someone who are willing to invest in themselves, right? So I don't want to serve freebie seekers. Um, the next point is that I don't want to serve lazy people, because when we are in the knowledge-based business, where we are in the knowledge-based industry, what is our reward? Our reward is seeing people achieving their success where they're very proud of what they have accomplished and so on. And when they are proud of what they have accomplished, when they are grateful about that, that makes you a very happy person. That makes you knowing that allows you to know that you're doing the right thing. So when you are in this business, you realize that as much as building a business to generate income is important, but it's equally or even more important that you are rewarded emotionally, where you see people achieving success. And guess what? In this knowledge-based business, if you work with lazy people, they don't take action. If they don't take action, you're not going to see any results. So I don't work with lazy people. And finally, I don't work with selfish people, where selfish people are people who do not share. Selfish people are people who are always there to take advantage of you. For instance, to give you a classic example, someone who, let's say, join your coaching program and they just don't contribute and they are just focusing on taking all of your resources, all of your time, and so on, right? So those are the people who will be very taxing to you. Now, who you do not want to serve? Do you know who you do not want to serve? So do you know who you want to serve and who you do not want to serve? So this is something that you want to keep in mind when you're working on deciding on your market. So we don't have the time for you to go through the exercise, but I want you to remember this and do this later on. Is that all right? Let me know in the chat box that you will do this exercise later on. Okay, great. So I got a confirmation that it's good. Let me just go ahead and continue training you. Newbies who have the newbies mindset. Now, newbies and newbie mindsets are two different worlds altogether. It's okay to be a newbies. You know, you and me were once newbies, but newbie mindset, that's a whole different story. But more importantly, or should I say, the most common ones are the opportunities on the internet. So what they do is that they go to the internet and they're looking for the vault, right? This is a vault. They're looking for the vault and they're looking for the vault from all kinds of courses, coaching program, books, seminars, and so on. So what they do is that they're looking for the vault and they're also looking for someone to give them the combination to open the vault, go inside there and take money. So the mindset that they have is that there's this vault that available on the internet, somewhere around the internet, that all I need to do is to find this vault and also find someone who will give me this combination for free, right? So what they do is that they hop on one after another. They go to one vault and they couldn't open it, right? They couldn't get the combination to open. So what they do is that they continue going around. And guess what happened? They found many vaults, but each of the vaults they could not open. And a common behavior is that they will go and find a vault and they couldn't get it, and then they do a refund. They request a refund and they get their money back, right? So what is actually happening? Those people who do refunds, what is actually happening mentally? Well, they have just, lack of a better word, they have just give up on themselves, right? And that just basically decrease their own confidence and everything else. I mean, if you take advantage of someone, how would you feel? Do you feel like a winner or you feel like a loser? So when you do a refund, the refund, it's not actually affecting their person who is being taken advantage of, but it's actually happening to you, your own self, right? So my point is that they go through this vault, you know, they couldn't get it open and then they go around. Now, let me ask you this question. Let's say, Paul, let me ask you this question, Paul. Let's say you have a vault and you have, say, $10 million in your vault. Let's say you have that. And someone comes to you and say, can you just give me the combinations to your vault? I just want to go inside your vault and take all your money every single day. I will just go inside your vault and take money from your vault, right? I was just going to do that for the rest of my life because I do not want to work anymore. I just want to take your money. Now, what would you say? You say, no way, I'm not going to do this for you. I'm not going to give you my combination because those are my money. Those are my hard-earned money that I put inside my own vault. You see? Because unlikely that you'll find the combination. Now, these people who go out there and hoping to find a vault with the combinations, right? If they do that, they actually technically they are stealing, right? They are stealing because this is not their money. How could they go inside and take their money? So what is actually happening? What is happening is that people have the wrong expectation, the wrong mindset, even before they start to build their business. So what I do for my clients in the workshop is that I tell them that the vault does exist. And the secret is that I'm going to show them how they can stack in pile of fat cash in their own vault, right? Every day, putting inside, you know, a bag of money to their vault so that in years to come, this vault will be built and have sufficient money for them to use for whatever purpose that they want to do. The fact is, the truth is that you can have the vault. So I want you to understand this concept very important because this will start to train your mind to be strategic. So I just want to get some feedbacks here because I am doing a presentation and I cannot see your face unlike a live class. Give me a yes in the chat box if you understand this strategically right now. You understand how business is built. All right, so we have all the yeses coming in from Eric, Jetapon, Trevor, and so on. So all the clients that I've helped for more than a decade, the fact is that they build business. They don't try to break in a vault. They just don't do that. They build their own vault in that sense. Great. So thanks for the feedbacks that you are with me. So in order for you to build your vault, the very first thing that you need to do is that you need to know where they are. When I say where they are, I'm referring to your customers, your potential customers. The technical term is called your prospect, where they are, right? So if you can answer this, you can build your vault. So you have to ask these questions. Are there any local or worldwide expert in that niche? Remember the niche market that you choose, the topic, that you want to go with. All right. So are there local experts? The next question is that what will be the websites that they will visit? So if there's a local expert who have a fan page, do they go to that fan page? If there's a local expert that owns a specific Facebook group, do they hang out there? And the last question is that are there local or international authors, which refers to books or magazines for that topic? So I want you to write down all these three questions and ask yourself this. So the clue here is that you should have a yes for all of those to justify that this is a profitable niche market. Let's continue from here. Step 2, I will now teach you about digital product creation through simplification. So we have done on step 1, those are all the cliff notes to decide on your niche market. And when we talk about this topic here, it doesn't mean that you need to create the product. You can use the same concept and find a partner who can create a product, right? But I'm going to walk you through this anyway, because if you want to be an affiliate marketer, you may still want to create your own product for your own branding. Let's go from here. These methods is based on the same strategy that I shared with my 25K clients, where my clients pays me 25K to be trained with this same formula. The different part is that they come to my house and I spend 3 days with them in my secret lab where I consult, I coach them, and I mentor them. But the formula is the same. There's this concept called the trigger and the one achievement. So you see there are 2 points on your screen right now, the blue dot and the yellow dot. So the blue dot is called the trigger, the yellow dot is called the one achievement. All right. So what do I mean by that? So for your clients, for your niche market, you got to know what will trigger them to find further solution. So that is where the blue dot is. And whatever the trigger is, right, you do not need to solve the entire problem. You just need to focus on one achievement. Now, if you can solve just one problem, or you can allow them to have one achievement, you will win the customer for lifetime in that context. Now, of course, not lifetime, but meaning that you will win the trust and the customer will want to continue their relationship with you, continue their journey with you. It's that straightforward. Like for instance, here's an example, so that you know how it works. So let's say the trigger is that someone wants to start internet marketing, right? Like they want to start internet marketing. They want to create an online business. They want to generate some income. They tongue twisted again. They want to generate some income to replace their current job salary, right? So that is the trigger. And the one achievement is that if you are able to help them to achieve just the first sale, right? Just the first sale. That's called the one achievement. And with that achievement, your prospect, which is now your customer, will have the trust in you to help them, to lead them to the whole next level. So you have to do your own homework and to think deeply. What is a trigger? What makes them wake up middle of the night thinking of a solution or the goal that they strive to achieve? And what is the one achievement that you can give to them? So once you have that, the next part is called your steps to success with me. So what are your steps to success? This is where you learn how to break down the steps to help your clients. So write this down, your steps to success with me. So you got to have that. So this is what you say to them, your steps to success with me. What are those? So during the workshop, I give the example of my book called Wake Up Millionaire. The steps to success with me in my book called Wake Up Millionaire are three key components. The first one is called psychology, basically the psychology that you have with money. The next one is mindset. Mindset, it is not positive thinking, right? Mindset means how your brain is wired for success, how you make the right decisions that help you to achieve success, that moves you closer to success. And the third component is the vehicle. What is the vehicle that you use to become a millionaire? I mean, if you have the right psychology, you have the right mindset, or in another word, you have the mindset that helps you to make the right decisions, you still need to have a vehicle to achieve that. And my vehicle is none other than the internet. So let me just break it down for you to give you a better idea. So once you have your key steps, in this case, mine will be those three key steps, you have to break down the steps. So each key step may have 3 to 5 points. I will go ahead and pull out my Wake Up Millionaire book so that you can see the sub chapters, and that will help you to understand the process of breaking it down. So let me just go ahead and find that right now. Okay, so this is the main cover, and I will go to the chapters here. Okay, so remember I mentioned to you there are three key components: the psychology, the vehicle slash the opportunity, and the mindset, right? So in this context, in my book, the mindset is how my brain is wired to think, how to make the right decision. Because making the right decision is critical for you to achieve success. Do you know that most people fail to achieve success because they do not know how to make the right decisions? When they see opportunity, they don't get it. Like for instance, they couldn't open the vault and then they ask for a refund. That is a very, very bad decision, right? When you do that, you have just destroy your relationship with your mentor, with the author, with someone who created the product, and all this kind of stuff. So do you understand that even this simple process is so critical for someone to have to achieve success? And that's what this book shares, like how my brain is wired to think, to make the right decisions to achieve success. So going back here, let me just show you how I break it down. So let's start with the first one. We talk about psychology. So the psychology is how do you create abundance of opportunities in the first place. Now, to achieve success, to become a wake-up millionaire, you got to have opportunities. Opportunities to learn, opportunities to have a mentor, opportunities to attract the right knowledge, and so on. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, this is where the teaching comes in. from the main component, I break it down to 5 steps. Opportunity here, I break it down to a few more steps and so on, right? So Wake Up Millionaire, someone just posted a comment there like, can I have a copy of Wake Up Millionaire? Unfortunately, we stopped selling Wake Up Millionaire right now because I want to update to a new version, and one is available in Amazon again. I'll let you know you can get a copy of it when it is there again, all right? Okay, so that's how you break down your product. So let's pull up the presentation again. Let me just go ahead. I want you to take down notes right now. This is a Cliff Note video training. I'm sharing with you the blueprint, right? I'm not going to walk you through like how to upload videos and all this kind of stuff, but I'm sharing with you the blueprint, the $1 million blueprint, right? And if you were to follow all of this, and then you learn on the steps later on, you're on your way to making your first 5-figure income, taking your existing business to 6-figure, and eventually build a 7-figure business. All right. So let me just go ahead and put up the points, the PowerPoint again. And the next part that we're going to talk about, we're going to cover is your format. So if you decided on your steps and what are the content that you want to share, you got to have the format. And these are 3 formats that I would encourage. So in step 2, I call it the product creation through simplification, simply because I'm not going to give you like 10 options. You see, there are so many ways to build a digital e-commerce business. There are so many ways to build a digital product, so to speak. And that will get you overwhelmed. What I do is that I pick the ones that you can do, the ones that are proven, and the ones that you can do quickly so that you can deploy it and start building your business. And it breaks down to 3 of this: live training, modular videos, and ebook. Now, ebook is my last preferred one. I have include ebook here in case you are an author, in case you're someone who likes to write, who likes to write. Otherwise, we will scrap ebook out of the equation permanently. So there are 2 of them here: live trainings or modular videos. So let me just go through with you what do I mean by live training and modular videos. So live training could be offline training, like I did my workshop. Like I did a 2 days workshop, and that's where I have this Cliff Note training. Now you can do a live training and you can record the entire live training, and therefore you will now have your product. That will be the easiest way to create your knowledge-based product at this moment of time, because the recording will also have a very high perceived value. Now, if you don't want to do a live class, you can do like this one. Like for instance, you pay to access this live training. It's a live training in that sense. So you charge a fee for them to attend, and you train them based on your components, which will lead to the steps. You remember your steps to success with me? Yeah, those are the steps that you walk them through the training. Now, when you're going through this training, I also want to share with you something valuable. So if you realize or not, whatever that I'm teaching you are the same methods and the same strategies that I'm executing right now. So if you can pick that up, one of the way how you accelerate your learning is to model what I am doing in that sense. Next point is that it's called modular videos. Modular videos is where you record the videos and when they sign up for your program, when they purchase your knowledge-based business, you start to release to them videos after videos. It could be, say, a 4-week modular video training. So week 1, you have a few sets of videos, week 2, and so forth. Okay. So you can choose any of these. Now, but if you realize carefully, both of these doesn't require you to create product in advance, in the sense that you start on marketing, you start generating income, you build your business, and when they pay, then only the fulfillment starts. Okay. Next point here Now, these are cliff notes. Of course, during a 2 days workshop, I go in depth and I walk them through how they can do a live training, how they can create their videos, what kind of video they should create, and so on, right? And of course, if you are also in my coaching program, you can continue to work with me where I can help you on these specific topics. So the next point is, how long is the length of your digital product and how much should you sell for? How much should you offer? Now, my formula is this, is that you focus on how much money you want to make, right? Then you can work reverse and you will know how much you should price it for and how long the video should be, or how many hours the live training should be, or how many pages your ebook should be. If you are a beginner, my goal is this. My goal for you, or my suggestion for you, is making $1,000 per month. Why we choose $1,000? It's a cliche thing, your first $1,000. And also, it is something that's achievable. Just figure this out. $1,000 per month will require how much per day? If you work backwards, you're looking at about $37 per day. Actually, $37 per day would generate more than $1,000 per month. But I choose $37 per day simply because $37 is a possible amount of money to charge for a knowledge-based product. $37 is a common price. And frankly, getting a sale per day, it is not that hard. You see where I'm coming from? So if you can just make a sale a day, and you sell for $37 for a knowledge-based product, which could be yours, could be an affiliate program that you promote, or it could be a partner that you work with, doesn't really matter. Remember, digital e-commerce business doesn't mean that you need to create your own product, right? So if you sell for $37, how many videos you need to have? I mean, in the digital product. So as you can see, you can work backwards to figure out how lengthy it should be. And if it's $37 product, I'm looking at probably about a 2 hours training that is sufficient enough for you to charge for $37. You with me? Now, but what if you think that, hey, $37, that's too high price for me. I could not sell at $37. That's okay, because why not you look at it from this perspective? If $37 per sale, it's relatively high for you to sell. Let's say you feel that your product couldn't sell at this price. Let's divide it to, it should be about $18, right? So let's say we round it up to $19. Now, if you want to make $1,000 a month, selling a $19 product times 2 per day, just 2 units per day, you would have made $37. And let's just write it down here again. It's $19, right? And you just need to have 2 sales, you have made $37, which means in 1 month, making $1,000 a month, right? And it's not that difficult to achieve. You see where I'm coming from? Now, does this simple calculation, simple goal that can be achieved excite you? I mean, do you just get excited if you are a beginner and you haven't gotten your $1,000 per month? I mean, wouldn't it be great that you start to have like this new stream of income coming into your bank account, like $1,000 per month, like extra money? Just imagine how much that could worth to you. What additional expenses and bills that just $1,000 a month can help you to achieve. Now, why I'm asking you to do this, right? Why? Why should you get excited? Because that will inspire you to take action of what I'm sharing with you right now. Okay, how many of you like get excited with that? If as a beginner, and if you just have like extra $1,000 coming to your bank account every single month, how many of you will be excited? Raise your hand. I mean, I can't see a hand, so just type in the chat box, raise hand, right? Because if you make your first $1,000, just so you know, as you continue in this business, it is not hard to become $2,000, right? And at the end of day 2's training, you understand why, which now we are doing day 1 right now. We're still in day 1. By the end of day 2, you understand that if you can make $1,000, it is not hard to make $2,000, right? Of course, you need to take action, get your coaching and so on, that you practice what you learn. This is why, and I'm seeing all the raised hand there. I'm seeing all the high five. I'm seeing all the would be great and so on, right? Get excited with that, because most of the time, to achieve success or not has to do with your emotion and how you think, your mindset. Seriously, 80% of success has to do with that. Only 20% has to do with the mechanics of it. And that's the reason, again, why many people have coaches, mentors, and so on. So the next part I want to share with you is a portion that I have in my program called the CB Super Affiliate Training Program. I mean, if you want to get a full program, you can go to Super Affiliate without the S, superaffiliate.training, and the cost is only $997, one-time off investment, and you can access the entire training. But if you're not into like becoming a super affiliate, you do not have to go through that. I want to just choose a specific topic to teach you something that is highly valuable here today. Let me just show it to you what this is, okay? So let me show you the part here. Let me just go ahead. So this is in module 2 that I want to share with you, right? It's called creating your persona. Now, whether you want to be, say, you want to be, whether you want to be a product creator or affiliate, right? You need to build your brand. Let me just put this, you need to have your own brand if you want to build a solid long-term business. And of course, if you want to work less hard and you want to generate more money with working less, start focusing to build your brand. Now, of course, there are many other modules that I have inside the CB Super Affiliate program. Again, you can go to superaffiliate.training to get yourself this entire training course for just $997 US dollar if you want to do that. If not, that's totally okay. I just want to teach you this specific training that I teach. Now, in order for you to build your brand, what is the first thing that you need to accomplish? The first thing that you need to accomplish when you want to build your brand is actually having what we call your persona. What is a persona? A persona is your characteristic that attracts your audience. So when you have the persona, so to speak, you will be able to have your tribe. You will be able to have your followers. And once you have that, your brand starts to be expanded. So there are 4 types of persona that I teach in my CB Super Affiliate training program when I became a super affiliate. And this is what I teach in my 2 days workshop as well. I just took that chapter out and to teach because this is not about being a super affiliate, but this is about building your brand. So there are 4 types of persona that you choose. One is called the Slumdog Millionaire persona. A Slumdog Millionaire persona basically works this way. I'm going to give you an example so that you can relate, right? It's this. I have the same problem as yours. I have the same problem as yours, but now I've achieved success. Because I have once been like you and now I got the results, I can show you how. Let me hold your hand and show exactly how I do it. Now, that is a Slumdog Millionaire approach. The next one is the authority branding. The authority branding is basically this approach. I'm a best-selling author of 3 books. I've spoken in 12 countries as an authority of internet marketing. I'm a ClickBank Platinum Partner and ClickBank Super Affiliate. Therefore, I can show you how to build an online business successfully with my 16 years of experience in digital e-commerce. Now, of course, that is my own portfolio, my own credibility. Now, that's the angle of authority. Make sense? Okay. So let me show to you the next one. It's called Mr. X. So I've achieved all this success without even needing to attend any mastermind. I don't need to fly to US to attend any seminars or workshops or events, although those are all great, but I don't have to, and yet I can have all of this success. Is there some Asian secrets that have never been told, like at the other part of the world, at the east? Do they have a different secrets that they are deploying to dominate the industry, the market? So that is the angle of Mr. X. Are you all enjoying this so far? Like a different persona of how you build your brand? Let me know in the comment there if you are following based on the examples that I'm sharing. The final persona is called the rebel, right? The rebel is this, is that I don't think that what the gurus are teaching are real, that what they're teaching doesn't really work anyway. Like they say, selling high ticket products, like charging $5,000, $10,000 to clients so that you can make money fast. I don't believe that at all, because first and for all, if you don't have the credibility, nobody's going to give you $5,000. And if you don't have the credibility and you charge $5,000, now aren't you conflict with yourself internally? So the gurus are a strong word, are just finding ways to sell stuff to the market for them to make more money for themselves. So they're not really adding value in that sense. So my model is that you sell low ticket products and mid ticket products, like say anything in between $50 to $100 and so on. And how about selling that and make $1 million by just selling $100 product, but the $100 product adds the value of $1,000? Wouldn't you want to have such model instead, where you can build a business where you do not need to exchange with your own personal time because you're not doing all this high ticket nonsense stuff, right? Where you can automate the business, and at the same time, because the product is affordable, that it now adds so much value to your clients, and your clients are very happy with you. Now, that is the rebel. You get this? You get all this persona right now, 4 of those? Cool. Right. So just let me know in the chat box there which persona that you like. Right, while you are typing there. Now, did you realize that all 4 of those who I've just shared are how I build my brand, and these are the truth, right? With like Slumdog Millionaire, it's like, I'm this guy who stay in a small island called Penang in Malaysia, and if I can become an internet millionaire, and I'm not even good with my English, I'm not fluent with my English, I don't have any connections, and I can still achieve this success. Come on, I think you can do it as well, right? See that as a Slumdog Millionaire, and that is also the truth. Cool. So I'm seeing a response, and it's awesome that you have some says rebel, some says authority, some says Slumdog. And here's a good question from Don. How about a combination, Slumdog, authority, rebel? You hit right on the nail in that sense, Don. That's what you do as you evolve. I'm in this business for 16 years right now, and my brand continues to evolve. And I share with you the 4 personas, and what I share with you, again, those are all the truth. And do you see that I play every single persona to attract different audience to my business? All right, so let me continue from here. We'll do a question if you have time later on. So we go to step 3. It's about building your page, your marketing page for your product. All right. When we talk about building your page, some of you have your own page builder and so on. You can use, if you have ClickFunnels, that would be great. I use ClickFunnels too. So before we get into about this page, the trick to creating your web page is not to create your web page. What you do is that you invest in a page builder, and the page builder will be templates driven. so that you can use the templates that are already available for you. Don't waste your time doing that, and don't waste your money and your time hiring people to do your web page or your website, simply because in today's time, there are a lot of page builders that are great. Now, if you have your own page builder that you're comfortable with, please continue to use that. If not, if you want, you can invest in our company's page builder, where it's called Marketing Page Builder, where it's all templates driven. It's drop and drag. You can choose whatever you want. You drop it there, and then you just click on it, and then you can just edit it as it is. You want to change color, you want to change the size. You can do all of those. So you just drop and drag, and you save. Now there, of course, will be some learning curve involved. I'll plus minor. I'll give you maybe a week or two, and from there, you will know how to use it, right? So you can use that if you want to. We are selling the marketing page builder for just $99 as an introductory price at this moment of time. We will probably not be having this pricing in the future. If you want that, you can let me know. Just email to us, whatever it is. I am not going to give you any order button and so on, because some of you may have your own page builder, so it is not necessary that you get from me. That's totally okay, right? But I'm offering this in case anybody needs it for $99. So we have our own marketing page builder in that sense. So there's a question from Don that we have our own page builder, but we use ClickFunnels. Yes, ClickFunnels is a better page builder, highly recommended, but it's about $300 a month, $297 a month. And we know some of our clients could not afford that at this moment of time yet, because they haven't been making at least $300 a month, right? So we have our own page builder, something that is more affordable for them to get started with. But our page builder, it is not like ClickFunnels with all the advanced features and the user friendliness and so on, right? If not, then you can use any. So I hope that sort of address the matter. All right, so we're doing this for our clients in that sense, right? So our page builder, it is not as par to ClickFunnels, and obviously we use ClickFunnels because it's a better page builder. So we're not being like hypocrite and saying, hey, ours is great, but we're using ClickFunnels. I mean, that would be really, really, really funny in that sense, right? So I just want you to know that in advance. We have our page builder. We still use this page builder on like certain pages that we just want to build ad hoc and so on, that we don't need like something advanced, sophisticated and so on. Because this is so simple. You just drop and drag, and then you just edit it, and then you save, you upload to your own hosting, and you're good to go, rather than you messing around with WordPress. If you want to mess with WordPress, with all means, go ahead and do that as well. All right, so let's continue from here. This is not the main thing I want to share with you. The main thing I want to share with you is called the anatomy of a sales letter. So this is the formula of how you can sell. So we have covered step 1, identify your niche market. Step 2, about creating the product. And then step 3 is now you got to have the mechanism to sell your offer, right? To promote your offer. And to do that, you need to have 2 elements. One is you gotta have your web page, and we're not gonna do that. Then you gotta have a sales copy, and this is what I teach. And in this Cliff Note training, I'm gonna go through with you all the steps as quick as possible. So the first part is they got to have a headline. The headline is where it attracts the reader to consume your entire web page or to go through the sales page. And after they see the headline, they will read the story. Now, the story is the story of zero to hero. It means that you used to have this problem and you have the solution right now. And the solution is called whatever the name is. And of course, then you start to bring in the solution. Now, the story is actually not your pet story and so on, but the story that's related to the issue. And then you have the solution. You tell them what you have. After the solution, or should I call it the offer, whether it's a modular course or it's a live training, then you need to describe your solution. When you're describing the solution, you have like a paragraph, and the rest of it will usually be bullet points. So how you write bullet points? Bullet points are usually curiosity driven. So bullet points are like mini headlines that they're punchy, they get their attention wanting to know more. Like headlines is to get them to read the entire sales letter. Bullet points is getting them interested, getting them excited about consuming your knowledge-based product. And after that, after you have described your solution, your offer, you may have bonuses. If you don't have bonuses, you skip that, it's optional. And then you have the call to action where you tell them, hey, this is how they can order. And you present to them the summary of what you're giving. Now, this is a Cliff Note training, so I summarize it. I mean, in my 2 days workshop, I expanded that. I think I spent like an hour just to go through all these key points. So you gotta do your own copywriting training knowledge. Go ahead and buy some books, go through some courses. I'm sure like $200-300 you can get a very good course about copywriting. Okay. Now, once you have done that, the next step is that you will just need to integrate your web page and your system to collect payment and to set up the automation. Automation means after they have purchased, you will be able to go through the web, go through your system to access the product without you interfering, so that you have what we call semi-automation, right? So to collect payment and automation, the one that I suggest is using ClickBank for a worldwide audience, because ClickBank accept almost not all countries, but most of the countries that are available today. Some countries they do not have, like I believe they are not in Nigeria or Bangladesh and so on. But other than that, you should be all right. Okay. So ClickBank will have its own tutorials that will walk you through how to do that. Those are all technical stuff. You got to go through ClickBank to teach you how to do that. So now you got to integrate your web page and ClickBank. So this is where we sort of wrap up on day one of the workshop. Again, this is a Cliff Note training where I am summarizing for you. And at the end of that, I share with them about the 3 components of how my students achieve success, right? And the first component is that they learn proven strategies from the right mentor. So strategies is important in a sense that they give you the framework, but what's more important is that they have to be proven. Everybody and their dog have their opinion about all kinds of strategies, but which ones are proven, right? And it's important to come from the right mentor, someone who is an expert who have already done all of this. The second component is having an expert to coach you. Once you learn the strategies and you start applying that, right, how would you know that you're doing correctly, or how can you do it better? So this is where you need to have an expert to coach you, to guide you, to follow through with you. So the best way to learn something, it's not just to watch how someone is doing it, but doing it and being watched by an expert to make sure that you're on track. And the third component is having a mentor to consult your business, your online business. So you may have ideas, strategies, projects, and so on, but you need consultation. You need someone to consult how you actually build the business, right? So these are 3 key components that I see how my clients or my students achieve success, especially those who are even beginners. So like for instance, I have beginners who got started with me with my 25K program, where they pay 25K to be mentor for a year, and they came in as beginners, and at the end of that they became experts, because the secret to success, it is not to go through just a workshop, but to go through an entire program month after month after month to be trained and so on. So that's what I covered on day one, and we're gonna take a quick break before we go on day 2. You can go to the bathroom, you can drink some water and so on. And if you find great value what I've been sharing, just leave at the comments there, because I appreciate all of this. Like I share with you that in this knowledge-based business, it is not just the amount of money that you make. I mean, I charge a very minimal fees for this, right? But also that you know that your knowledge, your sharing are contributing to others. So go ahead and leave in the comment box there if you gain value so far, cliff note for day one. And remember, as I shared with you earlier, that this training, I am allocating more than 2 hours for you, right? So you're going to get so much value here. All right. So I'm just going to take a quick break. We'll resume in about 3 minutes. So leave your comments there. I will be able to see all of your comments. Okay, I'm just going to be back shortly. So I'm not going anywhere. We're just taking a 3 minutes break. You know, we have done like 1.5 hours. So I got to drink some water. I got to do some stuff. All right. All right, I am back on, and thanks for all the valuable feedbacks and the positive feedbacks. Okay, so on day two, we start by showing to them about ClickBank. So I showed to them we got a sale for the product called CB Super Affiliate Training, where it was sold for $997, and this was actually happening on the day of or a day before the workshop or something like that. I can't remember. Right. So we get sales every single day actually. Not for this product all the time, but every day we will get sales. So there are two key points that I want to share with them about this in the workshop. The first key point is that how are we able to sell a product that has created a few years ago? So the strategy, or should I say, you can call it a strategy, I guess, is that when it comes to product, we don't spend the time to create new products all the time. What we do is that we focus on upgrading our products. So when we upgrade our products, we have a so-called a new product again. And upgrading a product, it takes so much less time compared to creating a new product. So when you have a product, all you need to focus on upgrading the product every single year, and it can be sold again and again and again in that sense, right? And the second point I want to share with them is a knowledge-based product, in the sense that this is an example of a modular video course that we sell. It's no longer live training, so they purchase, they get access to the member area, they go through the videos. I believe I've shown to you how it looks like earlier, and that's a real life example of a modular course. Okay, and of course, if you want to get this, like what Mr. Steven Nesvik from US, I think is Arizona, gotten this, you can go to superaffiliate.training. The investment is only a one-time off $997, like what Steven invested for. So let's go to the next slide. Your focus. So on day two morning, I have all the attendees present again and share with them what are their focus again, because I share with you 80% of the game, it's your mindset, and it's not just the mechanics. So your income goal, you got to have that. You got to be able to see that and then believe that you can achieve this for just $1,000 per month. Of course, if you're attending this and you're an experienced marketer, set your own goal. You should set at least twice what you're making right now. Anything, whether it's $5,000, $10,000, I do not know how much you make right now. So you got to have your income goal. So for you, if you have like a piece of paper right now, I want you to write it there, right? $1,000 per month. Writing it down has power to it. Write it down. Don't just type, write it down, okay? Next, your model. Your model is digital product, quote unquote, should I say in bracket, information or affiliate marketing, but it's all digital e-commerce. And your objective to start an online business should be freedom. So my objective is never been about buying toys, you know, nicer cars and so on. My objective to start an online business is always about having freedom, having the lifestyle, and being able to helping other people, right? Of course, helping other people with the knowledge. This is again why I'm so passionate about the knowledge-based business, because with knowledge, I can transform people's lives. So when we talk about freedom, I build a business primarily it's to have freedom with my family, with my wife, with my children, and so on. And this is where I created a concept called Operation Zero Employees. So I built my business with no employees, and I'm gonna share with you how you can do that in this Cliff Note video. So how many of you are excited to build a business where you have no employees? I mean, you don't have to deal with human resource. You don't have to deal with any of those, right? And you can be as free as a bird. So I was invited to give a keynote speaking in Indonesia, in Jakarta, a while back. And all of the speakers there, they have great topics. They teach about building software, building mailing lists, and so on. So I said, you know what, I'm not going to go there and share those common topics because other speakers can do a great job. How about I share what I'm doing in my own company, how I restructure my company, my business, so that I have no employees. So I was the keynote speaker, and I share my concept called Operation Zero Employees, how I turn my company to be employee-less. Okay, so this is what I've shared, and I'm taking the presentation there and taught in the 2 days workshop. So I'm going to give you the cliff note here. So welcome to Operation Zero Employees. So the goal is to run an online business with the least operation cost as possible and achieve as much freedom as humanly possible while remaining your profit or growing it. So you can use the same concept, the same strategy if you're already making money or generating good income from the internet. You can use this formula so that you work less and you have more freedom, right? Or you can use this model to scale your business, growing it. Because when I start to build Operation Zero Employees, the most interesting part is as I scale down, as I remove all the employees, I remove all the costs, my business shoots up. Not from the savings, but from increased revenue. Why? Because I add in a lot of automation. And when my mind is free, the creativity comes in. So this is the same model that I use since then until now. Like when I went to Greece for a 12-day holiday recently, I use the same OZE model, the same strategy to generate income for me while I am on vacation. I'm going to share with you how I do that. So the 3 components of Operation Zero Employees, here they are. Let me just put out my little face there so that it's better for you to grasp what I'm teaching and not just hear from auditory. So there's operations, there's automations, and there's campaign. So we're going to start with operation. Operation, there are 2 types of operation, internal and external operation. When it comes to internal operation, is that it's going in your mind. So the first rule is to build your business strategically and not tactical. Tactical will be trying to think of what kind of headline can get better sales. No, strategic is thinking what kind of offer that can help someone and they'll be willing to invest in your stuff, to buy your product, right? So when it comes to being strategic, there are 2 ideas to start becoming a strategic player. The first thing is that you got to understand what your prospect wants, which we have covered that earlier. The second point is understand how they buy. Do they buy from a certain website? Do they use certain type of payments and so on? How they actually buy? What kind of process that they go through before they buy? Right? You got to put yourself in your prospect shoes, so to speak. That's how you become strategic. Next is your external operation. Your external operation means you got to have a team. If you want to make $1 million or to build a 7-figure business, let me just tell you this truthfully, I don't think it's possible that you can do this by yourself alone with your computer. You have 24 hours a day. You got to have a team to achieve this. A team does not mean employees. So these are the type of team members that I have in my my operation: partners, virtual assistants, and outsourced freelance. Partners are those who I share profit with them. Now, these are not the typical business partners. These are partners where I allocate certain quote-unquote departments to them. So, for instance, I don't deal with customer support at all. So I pass that department to a partner, quote unquote partner, where they run that department and they will earn a profit from that particular project. So if I have 10 projects, I could have one partner that runs all the customer support, or I could have 10 partners to run 10 of the projects separately. The next one is virtual assistants. Virtual assistants does not mean someone who are working from Philippines, India, and so on. Virtual assistants could be, like in my case, my neighbor, people who are close to you, right? They could be anybody, to be frank with you, right? For me, I choose my virtual assistants to be in Malaysia so that they are on the same time zone. The concept of virtual assistant is that they are not my employees. They are paid a fee every single month, but there are two unique points. One is that they don't have fixed working hours. They work whenever they want to work, right? But they just get the job done. Second, my virtual assistants are not limited to me. They can do anything else that they want, right? They can have a job if they want to. They can become virtual assistant to others. They can run their own business. They can own a cafe. They can do anything. And the unique part about my partners and my virtual assistants, they are not my employees. I do not train them to become workers. I train them to become entrepreneurs. I teach them, I help them to have their own business. And they are loyal because they see that I'm not trying to take advantage of them, but I'm always to help them. And then I have my outsourced freelance. These are the people who handle tasks that are not regular. For instance, software development. We don't need to have someone, to do software all the time. I mean, if we have a project about software, which we have a SAS, now that's a whole different story. But for instance, we are developing certain tools, we don't need that. So it's all outsourced. So that is the operation. So the next one is called automation. So we need to focus on marketing automation. Now, having follow-up emails is just one of the many automation, but you got to look strategically your entire marketing automation. And when it comes to marketing automation, the first part that you need to automate is none other than traffic. Traffic is something that's very tactical. There's no strategies about it. It's just approaches, it's just steps. So what is the secret to traffic? The secret to traffic is this. The secret to traffic strategically is to build your own traffic and own it. That's how you will always have traffic rather than you trying to find traffic or trying to chase it whenever you need it. Now, and there's no such thing as push button traffic. There's no such thing. There's no such software you press a button and you have traffic, right? If you want to have that, you have to build your own traffic. And to do that, you need to strategically start building your own database. Now, database comes in many forms, but the most powerful database and the cost effective is still an email list. And when it comes to email lists, every single activity of marketing, every single one of them is to build your list so that you can control responsive traffic. Like this train that we have right now, how do we sell it, right? We sell it with our own in-house traffic. I believe you received this offer from an email. So we build our own traffic. Do you start to see how powerful it is if you focus on building your own in-house traffic? And they are the most responsive because they are your traffic. How to build your database. So go to the source to build your list, which is others' list. So stop thinking of how to get traffic, as in try to find the next widget that can give you traffic, or the next software that can give you traffic, or the next strategy that gives you traffic. Forget all of those. I'll just teach you one strategic way is to figure out who is holding your traffic right now. So if it's Facebook, is the one that have your list, then go and learn how to get traffic from Facebook. Learn how to run Facebook ads and so on. Next, how I automate my traffic. Now I'm going relatively fast again because this is a ClickNote training. I mean, I spent like hours in a 2 days workshop, like go through this this whole Operation Zero employees model, the whole blueprint. How I automate my traffic: I buy traffic from others' lists, and it's handled by my team. Do you see that how I put Operation Zero employees all together? I understand the strategy that to get to get to build my list, I need to find who have lists, and then I find a way to buy traffic from them, and I arrange one of my team member to do this activity of buying traffic. So every day I am buying traffic in that sense, but I'm not involved in that process anymore. I create SOP and it's all taken care. So the next marketing automation that I want to share with you is called the product stacking strategy. And this has been the model that literally transformed how I build my business today. Okay, so here's how it works. There are 5 types of products in our business. One is the value product. The value product in a normal term is called the front end. We don't use the front end because our intention is not to have a front end. Our intention is to add value to our customer. And if we can add value to our customer, we are able to build trust. So it's always a low price product. Next is always a mass reach, means that the topic is suitable for the entire niche market. And it solves a problem of a bigger problem. So remember I teach you about the one achievement concept? Well, this is where it comes in. It solves a specific problem. Next is a specialized product. A specialized product is topic focused product. For instance, a course about copywriting. Now that's a specialized product. A software to build web page. That's a specialized product. It's specialized on one specific solution. The price can be the same or higher than the value product. Self-explanatory. Next is the continuity product, and when we start doing this, our business transform, and that's where we start to generate recurring income in the business. So the so-called the characteristic of the continuity product is an ongoing training for our clients. Next is always generic, so it's suitable for all customers. Why? Because we have customers who purchase different kind of value products. We have customers who purchase different kind of specialized products, but all of them can join the same continuity product. Fourth, the advanced product, where it's suitable for those who has completed the value product. So once they completed the value product and they get value and they want more, as in that they got the first one achievement and they want more results, they can go for the advanced product because it is more comprehensive, and it also includes more advanced methods and strategies. And the last one is called exclusive product. Now, in my company, in my business right now, I do not do this. So it's unique or customized solution. For instance, a mentoring program. I don't do that anymore. I don't do a 25K program anymore. I used to do that. I don't do masterminds. I don't do any of those that are customized solution. Why? Because with that, it will take up my time. And we don't do a done for you stuff. So those are all under the exclusive product. Even a client pays me 50,000 US dollar, I will not do it at this moment of time. I mean, I have clients who pay me 25K, but we'll just turn down every of those offer because it's no longer what I'm interested in doing. So the 3 components of Operation Zero Employees are operation, automation, and campaign. So let's touch about campaign at this moment of time. So what do I define by campaign? So what is a campaign? This is what a normal marketer would do so that you understand what is a campaign. So they try to get traffic for Facebook ads, content marketing, SEO, from Outbrain, which is the native ads. They do Bing ads, they do YouTube, they do instant advertising, they do Twitter, they do geo promotion, they do fan page, they do mobile marketing, they do all kinds of stuff. So every time there's new shiny object things that appears, they will go after that, right? It's like, wow, okay, so now people are into content marketing, so let's go and learn about content marketing and so on. So when they do all of that, what will also happen is that now they have like a lot of questions, like which one should I use? Now the truth is that all of them may work at the right time, at the right resource. So what happened is that normal marketers focus on driving traffic. So what they do is they look at this and they have, say, a product, a web page, and they say, you know what, let's go and do all of this and just drive traffic to our web page so that we can so-called make money online, right? So they focus on driving traffic. Strategic marketers focus on promotion. So what's the difference? Well, how do you promote a product? You have a launch campaign, or you can have an evergreen campaign. So instead of thinking of like how to drive a lot of traffic, I choose a specific website or specific offer or specific product that I want to promote. And then I decide what kind of traffic should be driven to this. So I focus on promotion. I don't focus on getting traffic. So to promote a product, I can do a launch campaign or an evergreen campaign. I don't do product launches, period. I just do evergreen campaigns because to me it's too risky because you're putting everything in one basket for product launch. If everything goes well, you're toast. And at the same time, I want to focus on consistency. I do not want to focus on one time off. I want to focus on consistency so that I make money or generate income every single day, right? And I don't generate income on the internet by weeks or by days. I generate income by time, like by minutes, by hours, and so on. And I want to focus on that. I want to focus on consistency. I do not want to focus on, every 3 months make $1 million and so on, because what if that 3 months I did not make the $1 million, that the launch wasn't successful? I'm in hot soup. I do not do that. I focus on consistency. Let's continue from here. Other campaigns that you can do a part of promotion. I want you to ask yourself these questions. First is traffic campaign. Do you drive traffic, or do you have a campaign that will share with you? Do you just drive traffic? Or you build something, you build a proper funnel and so on, and you drive the traffic. Do you do a lead sequencing campaign where you set up email follow-ups, or should I say sequencing your leads to become your customers, right? Do you do that? Do you turn your leads to become your customers? And do you launch what we call a profit windfall campaign, where do you set up campaign to maximize your resources? Because you have a lot of resources right now that you're not putting together. Like for instance, I'm just going to give you a classic example. Someone goes out there and buy like a lot of resale rights products, like a lot of content and so on, but they're just sitting in their computer because they never truly take out all of those and put it together, put all the resources together and do something about it. Next is this. Campaigning builds loyalty. I want you to understand this. Pitching kills your leads. If you were to mail to your list and try to get them to buy stuff, which is pitch, you're going to affect your trust and your relationship. When you build loyalty, whenever you promote even someone else's product, you get the response from your own database. Like for instance, this is not my own product, this is someone else's product that I promote as an affiliate. This is, I mean, when I promote a product, I don't get 100 sales. I get like more than 100 sales. And this is not one time. This is another person's product. You can see it's more than 100 sales coming in. This is sort of same. There's like $26, $36, $48, $18, $18, and so on. One out of hundreds. And you can see this is all different dates. This is the same person, but this is different time where we promote. This is in July. That time, $43, $43, $9. It's all different and so on. But when I do a promotion, when I'm not driving traffic, when I do a promotion, I get more than 100 sales, right? So build a campaign rather than focusing on just trying to drive traffic. So we're gonna go to step 4. I'm gonna take a short break. All right, I'm seeing all the feedbacks coming in and so on. Operation Zero employees is a standalone blueprint of its own. It's a standalone model, but I share that, and I promise to you when you purchase this Cliff Note video, I'm gonna share with you some additional secrets that I shared during the workshop. Step 4 is where we are going to talk about promoting your product. So in theory, you now have your webpage with your offer on it. Of course, you had to go and do all of this later on. This is a Cliff Note video. This is not a workshop, all right? So I'm going to give you the blueprint, and you got to take your own action after this. Okay, so there are paid traffic versus free traffic. You always start with paid traffic because you always test your offer to make sure it converts before you spend your time to do free traffic. And paid traffic will give you what we call traffic on demand, because when you pay, you get traffic. And the paid traffic that I propose during the workshop and I would suggest you to use is none other than Facebook ads. Now, the strategy to do with Facebook ads is to use the concept called give away the first module or your best module strategy. So it can be both ways. If you haven't created your product yet, you only focus on developing your first module. And you run ads by giving you the first module, right? And that's how you give value instead of trying to sell. And if you focus on giving the first module and then you use the basic sales anatomy that I given to you, it's not advanced and it's not fancy. You will still be able to sell well because now your audience has already seen your content and it's either they like it or they don't like it. Make sense? So now I'm going to do a very quick poll to ask you which product format that you prefer when you create your own product. Is it live training? Is it modular video course or an ebook? While you're responding towards the poll, please do that so that I know which one would you choose. Is that some of you may have already created a product. So if you have that, instead of giving the first module, you can choose the best module that you have and run ads towards that. And your ad is focusing on giving it away for free. Now, how do you run Facebook ads? I want you to do a print screen here to go to this URL, or you can write it down, bit.ly/this fancy letters. This will allow you to download a 3.7 gig video training that I did that will walk you through step by step on how to set up a Facebook ad campaign. The objective of conversion is focused on generating leads. So do that. I'm just going to let you copy this URL or copy this screen right now. And this is the advanced strategy that I shared and I want to add inside this Cliff Note. When you're running Facebook, you can also run Facebook inbox leads. So instead of just building email subscribers, you can also build messenger lists. And I'm not going to go through the technicality of it, but just want to share with you this one key point here. And this is our stats. So this is amazing. If you see here, we sent out to 861 lists in Messenger, and we have 561 people who actually open the message to read, which means that our open rate is over 60%, and we have 109 people who responded. I mean, it's insane. And the tool that we use, this way I want to share with you a very, very valuable resource. It's called Mobile Monkey. Use this URL, moreinfoinsight.com/mobilemonkey. It will take you to the website where you can join. You can register for Mobile Monkey for free at this moment of time. I do not know how long it's going to be free. There are other advanced features where you can upgrade, which I highly suggest you to upgrade later on. But for now, it is free to have the basic features. Now, if you go through this URL, to be totally transparent with you, I will earn affiliate commissions from that, right? But it's the same to you. So if you think that I deserve to earn the commission from them. If you want to reward me, use this URL. If you don't want, if you don't care about Patrick and he says, screw Patrick, I don't want him to earn any affiliate commissions, you just want to go to Mobile Monkey directly, that is totally fine with me. I'll just make like $4 or $5 of commission, and it's not going to change my life, but you'll pay for my coffee today. All right. Okay, so you got that. So the building your leads, you need to have a chatbot software, and that's where you use Mobile Monkey. Without a chatbot software, you cannot build your messenger list. And I want you to focus on your notes right now. Because I'll share with you something very, very powerful. These are the 4 tactics of using the chatbots, and this is very valuable. The first one, if you use Mobile Monkey, you can enable list building or opt-in for comments. So when they leave comments on your fan page, they are automatically added into your messenger list. You can run messenger ads to build your messenger list. When they send you a message, they are added inside your messenger, and within your Facebook ads itself, right? You can run sponsor message to reach to all of those who are in your list. So I'm going this fast. It's a Cliff Note training, right? It is something that you can Google to find out more if you need to. And lastly, here's a hack on how you can send promotion to your messenger list without pitching anything. So here's an example. I sent out a content called Hey Patrick. This video training was extracted from one of Patrick's courses. Hey Patrick means it's hey you, whatever the name is replaced with. It's about how to create the product that the market wants. So if they click here, they can watch the video. But as you can see, I've injected a promotion here, workshop in May, right? But this is not truly violating Facebook terms and conditions, because this is still a content post, or should I say a content a message. But I have the option for them to click in the menu if they want to buy my products and so on. Okay. So these are some of the hacks that are covered. Now, once you start driving traffic and you get results, you have tested the conversion is good, then you can get into free traffic. The free traffic that I only use at this moment of time, as in like I actively use to get traffic, it is referral traffic. And the referral traffic is referral from affiliates. So if you want to do referral traffic, then these are the key points that you want to focus on. You can convert your customers into referrals. So in your follow-up emails, you tell them, hey, thank you for buying the products. And because you're customers, you have this additional privilege. You can share the product, and you can earn additional stream of income. The next one is that you want to describe your product with the right keywords inside ClickBank, so that it can be found in the marketplace, and then prepare your affiliate promo tools for your affiliate to use. All right, let's go to step 5. Expanding your digital business. You may not use this at this moment of time unless you're an experienced marketer, but I'm adding this because this is what I've covered in today's workshop, and I promise you what I promised to you in a Cliff Note video. I'm going to Cliff Note, all right, all the valuable ideas, strategies, tips for you, okay? So get ready for this right now. First, you can expand with traffic. When you want to expand with traffic, you just focus on these 2 parts, volume and channels. Volume means that if your ad campaign in Facebook is doing well and is spending $100 per day, you can now increase to $120. If you have one ad set, means you're targeting one interest and it's converting, you can consider to increase to 2 assets and so on, increase the volume. Channels would means that you focus on different channels. So if Facebook ads are doing well for you, perhaps now you can try to drive traffic from Bing ads, from content marketing and so on. So you're looking of creating additional channels. Now, just so you know, for the record, right, is that when it comes to step 5 of expanding your business, in the workshop, I've covered a lot of different ways, strategies, ideas, and so on. But in the Cliff Note, I'm just picking a few key ones that you can use, that you can follow. Okay, so in case you're attending the Cliff Note video training, you're accessing this, and you attended my live workshop, and you say, hey, how come it's not covering some of those? Well, I purposely did not cover those because those are 2 days of training, right? And this is 2 hours, right? Okay. Next is conversion. So in order for you to grow your business, you focus on traffic, and the other is conversions. And I want to talk about on-site conversion. These are some of the adjustments that you can do on your current website that would guarantee, and I use the word guarantee because we have tested this, that will help you to get more sales with the same amount of traffic. So the first one is adding video sales letter. In my training earlier, I shared with you how to construct your text sales letter. So if you add a video sales letter on top of your text sales letter, it guarantees to increase your conversion. Next, adding bonuses. In the previous model, you were just offering your core product, but if you add bonuses, you will improve the conversion. Testing on price. Low price doesn't mean higher sales. I just want you to always remember that. Next, offering a money back guarantee for a digital product is a must, right? Because it's digital product, you're not selling a coaching program. If you're selling a coaching program, you probably could not do this because you are giving your time, you are giving your what's the word? Your coaching, right? You can't do that. If you're selling physical products, you may not be able to do that. But digital products, you can do that. And then of course, split payment option. Offer different payment option, maybe 2 payment options or 3 payment options, and you will increase the sales, right? So there are the 3 components that I've covered on day 1, and I wrap up on day 2 with this at the same time. What I shared with you earlier, you have to learn from proven strategies from the right mentor. Next is that having an expert to coach you if you need someone to continue review your work, seeing how you are doing your tasks and so on, and then having a mentor to consult your online business.